Hello, 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 hello. Thank you for tuning in to this show, Stay in Your Own Lane Show, the show that helps you check yourself before you wreck yourself. Hi, I'm Stuart Marshall Gully, your host, and I'm here to help you. You're here to help me, and we're going to get this thing together here. This is my first show, so if I'm making many mistakes, it's cool, it's okay. Pretty soon down the road, I'm going to be fantastic, just like you. First, you got to get in your own lane. Look, the book says my book is called Stay in Your Own Lane for the Entrepreneur. Now it says focusing on your goal, no, minding your own business and focusing on your goal for the entrepreneur. Now you have to understand one thing. Everyone is an entrepreneur. Why do I say that? You pay your light bill, your gas bill, you have a car note, you take care of your children. You are in business. You just don't say you're just not called an entrepreneur, right? Okay. So you're in business. You have to take care of each of those things. And some of those who are scared to open up a business, well, you're already in business. So why don't you just reach out, okay? And so, like I say, mind your own business. That's my book. I've written over 20 books. Yes, I have, believe it or not. I was staying in my own lane while everybody else was doing everything else. I was somewhere hiding on the computer, writing books after another. And let me tell you what happened, right quick, how I started writing books. And for those who know, I used to be a hairstylist for 20 something years. I did hair. Now I don't have any. I'm a bald-headed mosquito, but it's cool. It's all right. But anyway, one day I had converted a Pizza Hut into a salon. It was in the South. And one day I was in the shop all by myself. And I was always trying to help people, get involved with people. And I looked up, I said, God, I've got to do something. I don't know what's up. I mean, what's in me? And it seemed like something just came to me. He said, "You are really a writer." And I thought about it. Now, look, I'm in there by myself, right? I said, "A writer?" I said, "Okay." I said, "All right, God. Now I can't write and do hair at the same time. You got that? All right." That's how me and God talk to each other. I don't have to go really deep, but I ain't scared of my father. All right. But anyway, and so I talked about it, and you know what I did? Within 1 month's time, I closed a salon cold turkey. You hear me? I just feel I had the answer cold turkey. Now, this is the trip about it. I hadn't saved any money. All my bills are paid in the shop. I had a car note, and that's it. A house note rather. I didn't have a car. Oh, speaking of cars, y'all, I haven't owned a car in 30 years. I'm sick of them. They get on my nerves. Anyway, I get everything I need to do. I've opened up business and did a whole bunch of stuff without a car. We're gonna talk about that down the road. But anyway, when I started writing books, um, cold turkey, I ended up selling the house. I moved here. Hey, I didn't make any money from selling the house, so don't think, oh, he had money to start. No, I still was at zero, and I started writing, and I wrote my first book, and had a crazy name to it. And spiritually, God told me, say, no, you need to get rid of that book. That book you're not going to be famous for. And I had made about 800 copies of that book. Okay, well, I was in the backyard. I burnt up all those books, 800 copies. I sure did. And people say, look, you spent all. I said, look, I'm in another lane. I'm in another lane. But anyway, since then, I've written book after book. I write children's books, novels, inspirational books, and I'll keep going. This is just a start on this show, and I'm going to love this show because I'll be able to say what I want to say. Okay, you go to some of these businesses, so some of these churches, you gotta be careful what you say. Look, if I want to help you, you can't be extra careful, okay? Because things have helped me, and I'm here to help you. Look, there are three the most dangerous places in the world. Listen, the three most dangerous places in the world is church, your home, and school. That's right. Because all three of them teach you something. Like if you have a child, uh, like if you have a child and he's at home, you teach him something if you're teaching him anything. Then he goes to the school if they're teaching him anything. Then they go to the church if they're teaching them anything. Now, if nothing happened in all three of those entities, what do you think is going to happen with your child? Matter of fact, what do you think has happened to you? You went to church, all these years. And what did you do? What happened? What did you learn? Hey, Look, I ain't trying to be funny, but look, when Jesus got off the cross, look, he did something, all right? What are you doing? You've been in church 30, 40 years. What are you doing? So you have to learn and find out what your lane is of life and go deep. Don't mind because see, when you get in your lane of life, look, nobody gonna stop you. It's like if you're in your car and you going to Chicago and somebody hop in your car and they want to go to Alabama, you're like, look, I'm not going to Alabama. You either gonna go with me or you're not. Okay. So hey, that's about staying in your own lane. And and your destination is in your mind. Where you going? I mean, where you going? Where are you now? You know, like I said, the three most dangerous places there are. Now we're going to go to a subject that you're going to think about, and you wonder why. Uh, I want to ask you one question: what is your enough? What have you had enough of? I mean, was it a argument in your relationship? Y'all just not getting along. You thought everything was lovey-dovey. You know, when you got married and things weren't like you thought they would be, and you start having all these problems, and you go one year after another year after another year. I had a friend of mine tell me one time when he was dating, he said, "Well, Stuart, uh, this lady I'm with, man, she been using me 5 years." I said, 5 years? I said, that's great. He looked at me, great. I said, yeah, well, she could use you five more if you wanted to. It's up to you. So it's like, what is your enough? Your job. When are you gonna get tired of your? I mean, what is it enough? You go to that job every day, and you fuss and you complain and you're mad and you're upset and you repeat it every day. You repeat it, and one of the reasons you stayed there because hey, you made all these bills, so you have to stay on this job. You got this hard car note. You done charge up your car, your charge card with Gucci and Rucci and Uchi and whoever these people are, Louis and all these people. And when your lights come out, Louis and none of them, they're gonna come to your rescue, none of them. So I reminded of a story. There was a lady who, after 60 years, she got divorced. She went to court. They went to court, and they stand up in front of the judge, and the judge said, "Ma'am, tell me why, after 60 years, you decided to get a divorce." She looked at the judge in his face. She said, "Your Honor, enough is just enough." So what am I saying? When is your enough enough? When? You got to make up one day. What you're going to say when you finally get enough of something, you're going to say, I should have did this 4 years ago. I should have did this 5 years ago. It doesn't matter how long. Your enough is enough. Just say those 4 years where you had to learn something. You didn't know, but you was trying to stop. You couldn't get away. And sometimes you might have to go cold turkey like I did with the salon. Just hey, I'm walking out the door. That's it. I'm finished with it. So I want to help you understand that in your heart, down in your bones, deep down in your bones, you are sick of something. Oh yeah, you're sick of something. I have moved so many times in my life. I either got sick of the neighbors. I'm serious. I've moved probably about 40 times. Like, oh, what? Yeah, yes, right. I have never been evicted. I always left with a clean slate. But when I get sick of something, I'm sick of it. And that's it. And I'm not mad at nobody. I didn't ask nobody to give me money in my first and second month's rent, nothing like that. I worked it out. Because see, you got to be about peace with yourself. Whatever it takes for you to get peace with yourself, fine. Like I say, moved all them times. Look, I know a person that have stayed in the same place 45 years in this apartment. They could have bought the building. But look, if that's their peace, who am I to judge? I'm talking about myself. So you got to realize when your enough is enough. Your kids. You know when you're sick of your kids doing the same thing. Yeah, I mean you know what it is. And let me tell you something about children. Like I was a teacher. I mean, as we go along with the show, you'll find out all the things I've done. I've been to about 17 schools, a whole bunch of stuff. But it's time for me to let you see the craziness I've been through. But anyway, let me tell you about children. I'm gonna tell you the first sign you have when you got a problem with your children, especially if your child got common sense. Anytime you have to tell your child something twice, you got a problem. Because guess what? They heard you the first time. Now, if the police was to pull you over or something like that, he say stop, you heard him the first time. He don't have to go through no change. Same thing with your child. They heard you the first time. But we're not going to get into that right now because I got a book about children. I got a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm just giving you pointers about, when is your enough? Enough. And I want you to think about this. And I know it might be hard, and you probably say, I know he right. And you go back and do the same thing. I know he right. He said, I know he right. I've been doing this. I've been going, but that's all right. It's going to hit you one day. And when it hits you, it's going to hit you hard. And you're going to get up and you're not going to care what no one says. You're not going to care what no one thinks. All you're going to be about is peace in your mind. That's what it's about. If you deal with me, you got to deal with peace. People have come to my place. They say, Stuart, it's so peaceful up in here. I say, I mean to keep it that way. Don't come up here with no craziness and stuff like that. Look, I don't like a lot of craziness. I just don't. Look, in 30 years, I'm serious. I'm not lying. In 30 years, I may have seen 2 hours of news. I'm serious. Collectively. I don't watch the news. Every day is always something. It's always something. And they'll tell you something 100 times over if it's something negative. And if they find out there was something wrong with what they were saying, they'll tell you that once. Oh, and they move on to the next episode, the next show. But so what I'm trying to say is help you with what is your enough. And I'm sure you know exactly what it is. Even if it's a hole in the floor. If you trip over that hole enough time and break your ankle, that will be your enough. You will fix that hole. You will fix that latch on your door. You will fix that picture. I don't care what it is. You're going to get sick of this thing. Look, go through your house right now. Let's go through your house. You're sick of this. You're sick of that curtain. You're sick of it. Whatever it is. Hey, change it. Change it. And you'll feel so much better. So much better. I remember one time I had a picture on the wall. This picture was crooked. I left that picture on the wall, a couple of them were just crooked. And one day I was sitting there on the phone and I looked up at that wall. I was talking on the phone. I just went up there and just moved the picture just a little bit. I was so happy, So sometimes it only take a second for you to find your peace. Okay. Now we're going to just kind of move on with the show a little bit. I'm going to talk to you as much as I can. We're going to go into driving for no reason. Driving for no reason. That means you're getting in your car and you just get the car and you're just going zigzag whatever zag and zuga zag or whatever. You're just going. You don't know where you're going. Do you know your life is like that? You just get up, you just get started, you don't have no plans, you don't have no goal, and you just feel so unfulfilled. I promise you, if you get a goal, you'll feel so much better. Do you think that because you retired, that you do nothing? You think God just let you retire to do nothing? You still need a goal. Or just say you've been very ill and you're laying on your sick bed and you say, God, please help me, heal me, stuff like that. And I want to say, heal you for what? What you going to get up and do? Who you going to help? What you going to do? What goal? Whatever he has given you. Everybody got to give. Everybody got to give. Look, the dope dealer got to give. He's a businessman. He needs people. And he knows how to do it. What he does, he gives you stuff free first. Y'all know about this free stuff. I don't care if even other business. They give you stuff free, then after a while, they got to tell you got to pay for it. Hey, life is just like that. There is no free lunch. Understand? None. There was a story about a man. He told his people. He had about 10 people. I'm paraphrasing the story, but he had about 10 people. He told them, he said, I want you to go out and I want you to find out what is the success to life. How can you get life successful and be happy, and what can you do? And so what they did, they came back with about 50 books. He said, oh no, that's too many books. He said, y'all need to go back. Y'all need to go back. Y'all gotta make this answer a little little smaller, So they came back again. They came back with 25 books. They condensed stuff. He said, oh, no, that's too much. He said, I'm going to send y'all out one more time. Y'all got to come up with better than that. And when they came back the last time, they didn't have nothing in their hand. He said, well, what's up with that? He said, sir, I want to tell you, there is no free lunch. Nothing's free. You got to work at everything you want, everything you do, the situation you're in now, you've paid for it. Now, my question is, how's it working for you? Not working too good, huh? Yeah. That means you have to do something. That means you're still breathing, you still have life. It's like a plant. If a plant has one leaf on it and you water it properly, it will grow. So maybe everything is happening to you, everything you've been stripped down and stuff like that, and you got this one little leaf left. Water it. That one little ideal, that one gift, one idea, one whatever you have can make you even millions or make you thousands or even make you happy. Because someone in your family is waiting on you. There's people waiting on you. And you have taken that gift or whatever you have, and you have taken it and just put it in a hanky, or you just balled it up. Say, no, don't nobody want this. Don't nobody want this. But guess what? You can't sleep. You just think you can't sleep. You can't sleep at all because this thing was given to you, and you think about it year after year after year. Now, I want to tell you about this show. People told me for years, they say, Stuart, you need a show, a podcast. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting in front of no camera. As crazy as I am, they said, you need a show. I said, no, But look at me. After a while, it's like for some reason, people see things in you that you don't even see. You only see yourself. And then when they tell you and you think about it, you kind of register. That's you. That is you. You're not getting nothing else. Yeah. Have your parents like, you remember when we was eating and our parents like say, look, you're not getting nothing else till you eat all your vegetables. I don't care if it's collard greens, right, whatever it is. You're not getting nothing else. You're not getting no dessert till you eat all that. Well, sometimes I feel that's how God does it. You want to do this and you want to do that. You want to do that. No, you're not getting nothing else. Nothing. Until you do that little thing. When you do that little thing, hey, watch what happens. Hey, don't expect nobody to be patting you on the back and nobody supports you. Look, he gave you that lane. They'll support you later on. You know how at the beginning you can't get no help to do anything, and then when you come successful, here come all the bees and the ants and everything want to come, but that's all right. That's life. That's just life. But thank God you did it. So you're gonna have to do it. Otherwise, trust me, you're gonna have a headache. Hey, look, guess what? If you go to the cemetery, there's a whole lot of people out there with dreams, ideas, visions, and a bunch of I'm going to people. I'm going to start this, and I'm going to go here, and God put this in my heart, and I'm going to do this, and you end up doing nothing. That's sad. That's sad. You end up doing nothing. Hey, sure, we go to church and all that stuff, but you have to understand about church. The pastor, the preacher, whatever, he has his lane. His lane is to tell you whatever he tells you. That's his lane. Now, you need to get yours. See, some of us have got so caught up in his lane that you forgot about your own lane. You got to go somewhere. How can you help the church or anything like that, and you ain't even in your lane? You can't do anything. And quiet is kept. He need to help you get in your lane. Put your information in the bulletin. Put what you do in the bulletin. We ain't gonna talk about the anniversary. No, what do you do? You're a carpenter. Let's put it in the bulletin. You know what I'm saying? So, like I'm saying, so it's like you're driving with no reason. Know the reason you're going where you're going. Why are you going there? What's the purpose? Everything has a benefit. You say, well, look, what if they give me just $1? Well, guess what? If 5,000 people give you $1, how much you have? $5,000. You think? Look, the 99-cent store. You think you go to the 99-cent store and just spend just $1? You come out with bags, 20, 30, 40, with a 7 to 99 cent store. Half the stuff probably breaks, but that's all right. You got it. Everything serves its purpose. So know where you're going. And just say you don't know where you're going. So you're not sure where you're going. But something in the back of your mind is telling you a certain thing. And I know I'm repeating myself, but I got to let you know there is something there. Something there. I know, we get on shows, Facebook, YouTube, and everything serves its purpose. And let me tell you this, YouTube and all that stuff, honestly, I think it came from God. I'm serious. Because you're able to learn anything you want to learn without basically getting ripped off if you tap into it. You know, I used to have cable years ago. I haven't had cable in years. I don't even look. I mean, because I don't see no sense to me. Well, for certain things. Certain people, if it's for business stuff, it serves its purpose. But just for foolishness, mm-mm, no. You paid $1,300 a year for foolishness. Well, what does it gain you? Yes, you can see a few shows here and there. And I just really started watching TV because I want to see what everybody's watching it. And I started watching them shows. I'm like, oh my God. I can't even think of the name of them now, but the Oval and all, what's the Oval or something? Some of those shows, you all know the shows. I want to see what people's thinking about. And guess what? If you watch too much of that stuff or don't, um, how can I put it? Learn something else, you're gonna be messed up. You're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna be looking like Victoria or somebody and with nothing. Only thing about her, you watching her make money and you ain't making a dime. Okay, so I mean I want to help you like to find out where you're going in life because when it's over, when life is over, it's over. I went to a funeral the other day, looked at the young man laying there, and it's like it's over. No, 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 no more. All these arguments and stuff with people. No more. That's it. You ain't got time to argue and fuss with people. I'm full of stories, but it's like, and this is another true story. I remember a friend of mine. He was over in he lived in sort of a gang infested area, sort of. But anyway, someone said something about him. So what he said, he got back to him. He said, "Look, I'm going down there and give them a piece of my mind, because he really wasn't in the gangs, but he just heard about it. I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind." Well, when he went down there, he gave him a piece of his mind. All right, because the next time I saw him, he was laying in a casket. They shot him, going to get a piece of mind. What I'm trying to tell you, some people ain't worth the salt and bread to go argue. Why? Piece of your mind. Now, what you gonna prove? You gave them a piece of your mind. Now what? Look, I don't have a piece of mind to spare. I ain't got but a drop or whatever I got left. But thank God, I'm going to use that. Now we're going to kind of move on from driving with no reason, with you trying to pick out your reason, and you need to start today, tomorrow. Pick your date. Start your reason why you're doing and why you're going where you're going. What is the purpose? I don't care if it's school. What if you say, well, it's going to take 4 years to graduate from school and you're 46 years old. And so therefore you'll be 50. 4 years. Okay, that's cool. Now guess what? How old will you be if you don't go to school in 4 years? You think it's going to change? No, no, no. Okay, so what I'm just trying to say, you got to think about this stuff all the time. Now I'm going to move on to potholes. Let's talk about a few little potholes. Now you made up your mind to do what you want to do or what's in your heart. And it's just like driving. You get up, get in your nice car, and you on your way to where you need to go. You set your goal, and all of a sudden you hit a pothole. You say, "Oh shoot!" I'm saying shoot nice because I know you said something else. But anyway, and you kept on going, and next thing you know, you hit another pothole. And then you kept going, and down the road, you hit another pothole. It's like it was always something. Then one day you said, you know what? That street got a lot of potholes on it. I think I'm going to take another street, another road, or whatever. And you take it, and it's a little smoother. It might be a few little bumps, but it's a little smoother. What I'm trying to to show you or tell you is that it's always going to be something, but you can't stop. And then you got to find yourself. You got to find us. What you like to do. And what you think. Because me personally, I was writing I was writing plays and things when I was 12 years old. I was wrote the plays. People that came to rehearsal, 35, 40 years old. Naturally, I was naturally gifted. I got away from it. I ended up coming out of school to fashion design school to real estate school, and I went to auctioneer school, and look, if you name the school, my name was on the roll. But I went full circle, and I came back to what is me, writing, writing. I even look. Let me tell you what else I did. I'm considered a pretty good cook. I could burn. I mean, I could burn, and I could actually burn some food. But what I did one time, I thought I wanted to make peach cobblers. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to make them from scratch, the crust and all. I bought a big 25-pound bag of flour. I went to a friend's house of mine. I said, I'm going to use your kitchen. And when I got through making one pie, I said, ain't nowhere in the world I'm going through this. So what we did, we ate that one pie, business closed. Now, what my point is, sometimes you have to try something to find out it's not you. Everything is not going to be, 100% okay. You got to try it. What if you tried it and you liked it? You know, even when I was in the hair business, look, it took me 3 schools to go to. I kept quitting. I kept quitting. I kept quitting. And what happened with me, I started making money. So it kind of changed my mind. So it made a detour. But for 20 something years, I made a detour doing that when really I was a writer. Okay. And so when I got that in my spirit, I was a writer. Hey, I've written all these books and I'm still writing. I got other stuff. I'm going to have webinars on how to do things. I got books for churches. I got novels. I got children. I mean, a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I'm saying this stuff not to brag, not to brag at all. What I'm trying to say, if I could do all these things, you can at least do the one thing that's in you. I'm serious. You can at least do that. I was doing all this stuff because I didn't like TV. Wasn't nothing on it. So what did I do? I went to school. I went to school. And that's it. Now, since the coronavirus and all that stuff, there's so much stuff online and everything else. And if the coronavirus didn't teach you nothing else, it taught you what you needed, what you didn't need it. It taught you on your relationship. Now they're home every day. They're about to drive you crazy. Them children that you were sending to school, now you have to deal with them. This is what the teacher was going through. Okay. And so a whole bunch of things. So we have to understand that who we are is who we are. There's nothing out of it. I know some Bible things. And if God knew us before we was in the womb, he knew what you was going to do. And he knows that even from me saying something, he knows, say, oh, Stuart said something with his old big head. He said something, but he sure made a lot of sense. I don't care. If I could get you to do what you need to do, hey, let's do it. People had to talk to me. One person could tell you one thing, and can last you the rest of your life. I'm gonna tell you what one thing one lady told me, and this must have been probably 30 years ago. I mean, just won't forget it. I was going through the bus. I was on the bus, sitting there with my head leaning against the window, all confused, frustrated about life, trying to help as usual, and I was just upset. I was going to work. She got up on the bus. She never sat down, and she looked right at me. I believe this woman had to be an angel or something. She looked right at me, and she said, young man, God told me to tell you to stay with him. That's all she said. And she got out the bus, and I looked back. I didn't see her no more. I didn't see her anymore. So what I'm saying, you stay with what you know, what you know. I mean, y'all call God universe and this. Fine, I call him God. I'm just saying it is what it is. But Once you kind of get in your lane in life, understand this is your lane. This is a lane that was given to you. It wasn't given to your neighbor. Your neighbor's doing their own thing. Okay, you can line up a bunch of track houses together. They all look the same, right? But I bet you go into each one of their houses, it looks different because the lane on the outside might be different from the lane on the inside. It's like your outside appearance might be different from the lane in your heart. And if you have something in your heart, use what's in your heart. It's hard at first, but guess what? Like I said earlier, you're not getting nothing else. I know you want it. Oh, you want to get something else, but you don't want it. Yeah. You want to go on a trip. You wanted you want this program to cost you $1,500, but you can't get it right now. You only could save $100 a month. Hey, if it takes you a year and 13 days, program still $1,500, you can finally get it because it's about doing something. Because guess what? You can spend $1,500, $2,000 on clothes that you just hanging in the closet and only wore them one time because you had to have that look. Oh, you looking all right. You're looking all right. And some people don't understand the thing about clothes and cars and all that stuff. You know what the Bible says? It's funny. It says the eyes are never satisfied. Isn't that amazing? We are never satisfied with what we have. Never. If we get one car, we gotta get another one. We get one shirt, we get another one. You get one girlfriend, you get another one. You get one boyfriend, you get another. Sometimes you get two or three. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you never satisfied. So what I'm saying, what's gonna satisfy you in your lane? What's gonna satisfy you in your lane? But look, it has been wonderful talking with you. It's been great talking with you. And I'm sure this show will help you and give me ideas. I honor everything you say. I respect your comments and I love you. I really do. Okay, now give me a few audience questions real quick. Okay, one is how does you identify your lane in life? Okay, you're gonna identify your lane when you kind of get quiet. Ask yourself, what do you like? What what do you like? Why you like that? It's like why they like apples and you like oranges? Because that's what you like, oranges. So you might want to open up, start an orange orchard, or whatever called orchard, and you might want to start an orange juice factory, whatever it may be. But that's your lane in life, and you identify because it keep coming to you, And so that's your lane. Nobody's gonna be happy for you like you think, you know, and that's how you identify your lane in life. Talk to yourself. Next question. How do you discover your lane in life and how's it working out for you? Now, what you have discovered, how's it working out for you? How's it working for you? Is it not working too good or is it working good? Now, if it's working good, how are you going to help others in that lane? Because it's working good for you. But if it's not working good, that means you need to switch lanes. You might be taking the back road and you might need to get on the freeway. You need a little speed up on your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So somebody, there's an answer. They say a wise man is somebody who always asks, someone else. If you want to be wise, ask somebody else what you want to do. Somebody knows exactly what you want to do. So that's how you have to do that. There's no way out of it. There's nothing new under the sun. You just have to know what's under the sun. Understand? And so, stay in your lane. Get yourself together. Get in your lane. Say, I'm gonna do this thing. Say, I'm gonna get in my car. I don't care if your car is raggedy, windshield broken or whatever. Your light windshield broken. At least it could drive you to the corner. And if it gets you to the corner of life, you go on to the next corner, and you keep going till maybe one day you could drive up and pull up on the Mercedes lot if that's what you like. But look, I'm Stuart Marshall Gully. I hope I have helped you because I know in the future you're going to help me. Follow me on social media. You could help and support this program through Cash App or the information down there. Please, thank you so much. And you have my email. I love you.